is Zohran Mamdani. I'm an assembly member from Astoria and Long Island City. And I am here to build on the incredible words of the faith leader that just spoke, which is that progress is not promised. It must be protected. And so that we know that when there are those moments of advancement, as we saw 3 years ago, that the very interests who we defeated then have returned now. And they don't just want what they lost then, they want everything else too. Right. We are in a moment of a housing crisis in this city. A moment where we need more homes for New Yorkers. More places for people to call their home. We need to get New Yorkers off of subway platforms, out of shelters, out of the apartments they can't afford, and into the places they can. When we opened up a wait list for a more affordable New York City, more than 600,000 New Yorkers filled it out. We could only even put 270,000 on that wait list. And now you want to put legislation like this that would take away 14% of all rental units off the market.
Ain't right.
We need to protect every single unit we have and bring far more online so that every New Yorker can feel at home in the city they call their home. Because ultimately what a tourist wants when they come to a city is to see the people that make this city shine. These structures are meaningless without the people who built them. So give those people a home, and people will still come and visit. I stand here in solidarity with everyone here, every union, every organization, to say that we must oppose this legislation, and we must oppose the possibilities that it creates, and continue to stand firm on the sides of New Yorkers who deserve a place to call their own. Thank you very much.
Tenants not tourists! Tenants not tourists! Tenants not tourists! Tenants not tourists! Tenants not tourists!
Okay. So let's keep this train rolling. The next, we're going to have the New York Comptroller come up and say a few words. Let's have him say. Let's welcome him.
All right, good afternoon. You guys aren't cold out here, are you? I'm New York City Controller Brad Lander, and I'm here today to support tenants, not tourists. And I'm here today to plead with City Council members to vote no on Intro 1107. So, everybody knows we've got an affordable housing crisis in New York City. That is not news. Sometimes we talk about that crisis as though it doesn't have villains, as though we just don't have enough housing and there's so many people who want to live here. But you know what? The affordable housing crisis has villains, and one of them is Airbnb. Airbnb in New York City, and actually in cities all over the world, has taken housing off the market, taken it away from tenants, given it to tourists. That drives prices up in the housing market. That's a villain of the affordable housing crisis, and today it's even worse. Because 3 years ago, the New York City Council passed Local Law 18 of 2022 to say, we're gonna make sure our housing is for New Yorkers. And here Airbnb is trying to roll it back with Intro 1107 and say their profits are more important than our people. And we say no.
That ain't right.
I am here to implore the New York City Council to not pass Intro 1107 and to defend our communities from private corporations that would like to exploit us, and to give us the assurance that our homes will stay for the people who have built their communities here for generations. Thank you very much.
Tenants not tourists! 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 Tenants not tourists!
Everyone can take a step back. Take a step back. A step back. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. So our next speaker is Assembly Member Harvey Epstein. Let's give it up.
People over profit.
People over profit.
People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Assembly Member Harvey Epstein. I represent the 74th Assembly District. And in Albany, thank you. In Albany, the last couple of years, we've been fighting every single day for the rights of tenants. In 2019, we expanded tenant protections for the housing protections across the state. Last year, we created good cause eviction to protect tenants because we knew that tenants needed protections that they didn't have. This bill will undermine all that work.
With everything that's going on in our federal government, with the new season of the soap opera drama that's going on in our state, sorry Harvey, I love you, right? We don't have time to play games with New Yorkers right now.
No, we don't.
We do not have time to play games with individuals that are looking for homes and apartments to rent right now that are truly affordable.
Right.
And I want to give thanks to HCC. Fighting hard to make it outstandingly clear that this bill presented by Airbnb will not be accepted nor allowed in our city. So to open and close, simply this, to the members of the council. I'm going to keep it a stack with you. This is an election year. Come on, y'all. Somebody say election year. And these same people that are here are active voters. And we know how to spread the word of mouth very quickly. So if you want to be on the wrong side of New York's history, and you want to be on the wrong side of the people, then go ahead and do that. And I guarantee you, we will vote you out. But if you're on the right side of history, and you know that New Yorkers need affordable housing right now, then look Airbnb in the eye and say, hell to the no, take your butt and go. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I think there's a union that's here. I don't know, is HCC in the building? So I want to bring up two HCC members, Paulette and Shakira, to come say a few words. So let's welcome them to the stage.
My name is Paulette Gertie.
Hold it closer.
My name is Paulette Gertie, and I'm a tenant of Far Rockaway, and I'm a union worker.
Union power! Union power!
It is almost impossible to find affordable housing in my neighborhood. I have been trying to move in apartments, but the competition for each unit is so high, and I keep losing to other applicants. If we want to keep families like mine living in the city, we need more housing, not less.
That's right.
Last thing the council should be doing is taking more housing out of the market. This should not be.
That's right.
This bill intro 1107 would allow thousands of homes to be turned into full Airbnbs. Some supporters of the bill have said hotel workers like me shouldn't speak on it. That hotel workers are special interest. I am not a special interest. I am a New Yorker. You don't have to work in a hotel to know that turning houses into hotel room is a bad deal. It's bad for the whole neighborhood. Intro 1107 threatened my housing, in threatening my jobs. This is wrong. This is a wrong part for New York City. I hope the council hears us when we say, vote no to 1107.
But by passing this legislation, we are saying yes to certain people with certain incomes, with certain backgrounds. There is a moral and ethical dilemma when we give tourists short-term housing and neglect to provide affordable housing to those who have need of permanent shelter. And let's be clear, New York City has not had an issue with tourists finding spaces to stay. The challenge is ensuring that the residents of our city, the citizens, those who pay city taxes, those who have made families, those who have built lives, the folk who are in this space, are able to find permanent housing and create a life for themselves and their families. And this bill will only create obstacles. Beloved community, when will persons stop chasing dollar bills and start pursuing integrity and values that support the building of community? When will we, as the prophet Micah declares, love justice, do mercy, and walk humbly with our God? Or is the real issue people have taken on the identity of thinking they are God? Vote no to Intro 1107. No to Intro 1107. And vote yes to housing equity. Vote yes to housing justice. Vote yes to permanent housing. Vote yes for families. Vote yes for New Yorkers. Vote yes for God.
Across the city will become worse. It'll mean people who have a place to live will lose it because people choose profit over community.
That's not right. That's not right.
It requires this is going to require all of us and all of our energy because Airbnb has a lot of money. They want to invest it in making sure that they get this bill done. But it's our responsibility because we have the people power over all their money to ensure our council members, our assembly members, our senators, and the mayor hear our voices. And say we're fighting for tenants and fighting for community. And don't forget, if we take people out of homes that Airbnb wants and puts them into hotels, we have good paying union jobs that protect New Yorkers. And the unions are here to fight. We have to stand and fight with them every day. Are we going to fight together? Are we going to beat them back? We're going to win together. Thank you.
People over profit. People over profit. People over profit. People over profit.
I rely on my income from the hotel to be able to afford my rent and pay my bills for my kids. This bill, Intro 1107, is a double threat against my family. It threatens my housing, it threatens my job. Let's give it up. Yes. The city passed a law regulating short-term rentals a few years ago. Even with the new rules, there are still thousands of housing units being used for Airbnb. I don't know why the city council would want to take thousands more units off the market now, while so many of us are struggling to make rent. I don't know why they would want to allow people to run short-term rentals like full-time hotel rooms. what I do know is that this is a bad bill.
Yeah.
Bad, really bad, 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 bad.